Mr. Beans, yeah, I need to regenerate. I'm about to go off like I'm the Avatar state, and I can say...
Welcome to 2023, everybody. Even though I'm kind of recording this in 2022 still, on December 31st, 2022, but by the time this video comes out, it will be the first day of 2023, at least that day. I'm hoping I get it out in time. But when it comes to 2023, we're already done. We're done with the first part of Chainsaw Man's anime. And of course, when it comes to anime that ends with its first part or first season, everybody tends to wonder, what about what comes next? Where is season 2? Where is the next part of this anime, and when is it coming out? Are they even working on it? What's going on? And of course, when it comes to different anime, there tend to be differing factors, such as what studio is working on it, what's their budget, what's their time frame, and what exactly is going on. So the studio for this, as many people already know, is Studio Mappa. This has been a very popular studio when it comes to anime recently because of how many anime they actually do and how good their animation tends to be. If you ask people in the anime fandom what studios they even know, chances are they'll say Studio Mappa, and a lot of people can't even say anything else. And with that comes a little bit of an issue when it comes to always expecting other seasons for anime. You see, Studio Mappa has a lot of anime. Right now, they are literally trying to push forward with a lot of pressure for the ending of Attack on Titan. And we're on Attack on Titan Season 4, Part 3. 3 parts to a season. What? Yeah, so when it comes to that, they're under a lot of pressure, especially with how big of an anime Attack on Titan is. So when it comes to the next thing, I would say that is their major focus, but they've definitely been developing that prior to even Chainsaw Man ending. It's not like they have this show ends and now they begin a new show. They have different teams working on different things, and when one thing ends, they get more help from another team to work on something else. And so Attack on Titan is their focus. However, there are other anime that are on their list. There are in fact anime that have not even gotten a season 2 yet, and people are still waiting for that. But I would say don't let that discourage you from expecting Chainsaw Man to come out pretty soon, because Chainsaw Man has a big fan base from the manga, and that's why Studio Mappa even was like, let's pick up this anime, because when they started the anime, it immediately had a fan base, a good fan base, and brought up its popularity. And of course, doing it well was what's going to bring the popularity even more for anime only goers. And so expect Chainsaw Man to kind of be ahead of the list besides other anime that are still waiting for season 2. However, do not expect a season 2 early this year. Don't expect that. But there's a lot of anime that usually comes out at the same time every year. Don't expect that for this. Do not, because that's not going to happen. In fact, there's a lot of people pushing, for some reason, for them not even to make a second part or second season right now. They're expecting them to redo season 1. If we head over to comicbook.com, they say, when it comes to anime, it seems the industry is all abuzz about Chainsaw Man. If you did not know, the series hit up television this fall, and its season 1 final went live earlier this week. The epic end caught everyone's eye, but not every fan was happy with what they got. Some have even gone so far as to petition for a season 1 redo after taking in the adaptation and right now. Well, it seems the fandom is pushing back on the request as a whole. Chainsaw Man did right by most fans, and netizens aren't letting this petition get in the way of new fans finding the anime. For those curious about the petition's roots, it comes from netizens who would like Chainsaw Man to get a new director. Ryu Nakayama acted as the series director for Studio Mappa, and this gig marks their first overall directing gig. According to this petition, fans were not impressed by Nakayama's work despite his time on Jujutsu Kaisen, and they'd like the studio to give Chainsaw Man a fresh start. Specifically, the petition critiques the show's cinematic direction and its comedic relief. Other notes in the petition roast Denji's performance, but they are not alone. The voice actor behind Toya and Makima are also nitpicked in this petition. As you can see in the slides below, fans on social media are pretty stunned by the petition. Chainsaw Man was one of this year's most visually complex series, along with Mob Psycho 100 and Licorice Recoil. It seems wild that anyone could dislike the show from a technical point of view, but as of today, the controversial petition of 2,000 signatures. But when you compare that number to the number of people who tuned into Chainsaw Man Weekly, well, let's just say it's a drop in the bucket. Okay guys, so basically, I kind of agree with this. It doesn't really make sense to ask for this. Like, there's even people saying that petition to remake the Chainsaw Man anime is hilarious, because what more could you want from this adaptation? God directing each episode, and there's just a lot of people making jokes about it. However, these people are like really serious about this. They're really pushing the studio to just redo this first season, but the amount of work it took to do that first season, there's no way they're doing that. They're not doing that. So yeah, I wouldn't expect this to actually happen. I think the next thing is going to be a season 2 or part 2, something like that. It will not be season 1 again, unless they want to do it kind of like what they do with other things, where it's like stitch them all together and make a really long movie or something. I even doubt they're going to do that. But when it comes to this, I would say this probably isn't going to come out this year in 2023. Yes, you might cry, and I thought you're gonna say, I thought you said this, you could expect this soon. Yeah, soon, but not that soon. You know, they still have a lot of anime to go, and with the situation ahead, with how much work this takes to make, do not expect it this year. I would expect to hear things this year towards the end of this year. So basically, almost exactly 1 year from now, expect to hear stuff. Like at the end of 2023, expect to hear stuff about this anime, but don't expect it to release until pretty much like literally a year from now, as in like maybe January. That's possible for the early 2023 timetable, like maybe early winter 2023, and we're talking about winter as in the beginning of the year, not the end of the year, because as we know, winter happens twice a year, in the beginning and at the end. But I am looking forward to that other content that Studio Mappa is going to put out, and well, that's actually going to be good with Attack on Titan Season 4 and all the rest, and we're just gonna have to wait and see exactly how good those other series are with the wait for the next part of Chainsaw Man. That really is the situation going forward for another season of Chainsaw Man. But let me know what you guys think. My name's Konjik, I love you, and I'll talk to you in the next video.
And I can say that I'm great, yeah, I can say that I'm perfect. I ain't the one that was out here saving lives, I was purchased. Now we about to take you out if you try to act toxic. I'ma send you straight up to my main man, Konjik.